Back here with our Mayor, John Dalbroy. John, thanks for coming back on again.
Always a pleasure, Brian.
John, just touching on a few things going on around town. Council's got heaps of works going on at the moment.
Absolutely.
Behind us, you can see the regional theatre. They're feverishly working away. What's actually happening with that?
Well, we were fortunate in obtaining a $1.1 million grant, Brian. So we've upgraded the toilets downstairs and upstairs. We've created a new amphitheatre, new landscaping. So if we don't keep our facilities up to a modern standard, people will sort of back away using them. So we're trying to keep up the facility so that people will love using it, and we do get great use out of it. So we're all just champing at the bit, waiting for it to open. So it'll be completed by the end of this month, and hopefully that we'll be in a position to open it not long after that.
Ironically, the timing, whilst the pandemic's been terrible, ironically things like that, it's probably allowed the gap to get it in.
Yes, the pandemic, as you know, it's closed a lot of our facilities. We've had to close the facilities. We've opened our playgrounds, Ryan. We've opened our outdoor gyms, and so now we're just waiting for you to open our indoor pool, open the library, open our visitors information centre, our basketball stadium. So we're just hanging around waiting to the government to give us the approvals.
So something that's close to our heart is the Amble Street upgrade, because obviously in front of our office at the moment, and just from an outsider's viewpoint, they really seem to be flying through this stage here. Obviously the first stage was a bit of a learning curve, and now the second stage are really flying through. What's the sort of the time frame to completion of the whole Yamble Street upgrade?
Well, the construction, the contract is the end of September, October. And just looking at it, the contract is going to be way ahead of that, Brian, which we're very, very pleased about. Stage one of Yamble Street was a learning curve for the contractor and a learning curve for the Griffith City Council. I think what a lot of people don't realise is that whilst we're upgrading the infrastructure, we've upgraded our water mains too, and that takes time. So look, we're very pleased the way that it's happening. We've not had any major hiccups. So as soon as that's completed, we'll continue on to the next stage also. So, look, when Yamble Street is complete, it'll be a picture. And I think it's great for business to have a beautiful new street, beautiful trees. We had a few complaints about, where the trees were placed, but now they're all gone, and people are saying it looks great. Yeah, it does.
It's fantastic. The Ugali intersection, it's obviously something that's been in news a lot of times over the years, and that's in full swing now. That's really happening, which is good.
That's taking years of lobbying, Brian, to get the government on board, because it's a main road and comes under the jurisdiction of the Roads and Maritime Services. We've had to lobby politicians, state and federal. We eventually got it. It's a $9 to $10 million expenditure. The problem is we have to put a new bridge in there, not we, but certainly the contractors have to, and that's an RMS job. And then a lot of people would prefer roundabouts, but because of the railway, because of the service station there, it created problems. So it's going to be lights, and I think in the long run it'll be better and safer.
That's good. And the last thing, Jubilee Park, West End Oval redevelopments, and the Aquatic Centre, I think is possibly having some work. What's happening with those?
The Aquatic Centre, we've let a contract out now. Hines Construction from Bathurst, they were the successful tender. The basketball stadium, or West End Stadium, we're negotiating with the Sports Council now to see how they want all the facilities there, because we'll have synthetic hockey, athletics, basketball, netball. So we want them to get it all together. We're in the process now of applying for a $10 million loan. The project itself, the pool, West End Stadium, is a $24 million project. 10 from the state government, 4.5 from the feds, and 10 from Griffith City Council. Now, because we're in a strong financial position going forward, the government allows us to borrow through Treasury, and so we can get funding at a very, very cheap rate, cheaper than anyone else can even think about getting it. So we'd be silly not to take that on to provide infrastructure for the community. So it's progressing quite well.
That's good. It's exciting. I mean, I know with sport and and good facilities. You'll actually attract people to the town. It's good for retail and shops and everything. It's just
Absolutely,
fantastic.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Look, and I think you'll see once the outdoor pool is built, that complex is going to be fantastic. You'll have the indoor heated pool, hydrotherapy, and an outdoor pool. It's going to have structures over it, covered in sections. We'd prefer more room, but at this stage we've got some plans going forward. But at the moment, our main objective is to get that outdoor pool going.
Yeah. Thanks, John. Great to catch up with you.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah.